Hi everyone, thank you for tuning back into our channel. We had some family come to visit this week, so we have been out and about exploring Porto, Regua, Amarant, and we even managed to find some time to do a little bit more work to the house. Will has been working on the kitchen walls, and I have been continuing on with the garden. We have the first frost of the winter. Where are you going, mountain goat?
Today I'm going to get started on this wall. Now that the roof's mostly done, other than a few bits of painting, touching up. Time to start on the walls, and this is first wall I'm going to start on. Quite a few things to do to it. It's all going to be repointed, so in between all these big bricks or stones, need to dig out the old mortar with lime mortar to go in around it, plus skim over this wall, make it nice and flat, match in, and at the tops there's quite a difference, so where you can see the blocks, it needs built out a bit first, so put a first layer on and then a thin layer over it all, make it nice and smooth. Chip away any wee bits that are sticking out first. Same with these, dig all these parts out because they're all crumbling in different parts like this one. The other thing to do is to remove these pipes. This water pipe still works at the minute, and the drainage pipe, which just go out to the other side of the wall to the drain, which is out there. But in the future, well, hopefully the soon future, we will be building this doorway up halfway with a nice window above it, so worktop will be going along it. So the new pipes we will bring in through the wall underneath the sink. The other thing is this big stone at the bottom here, sticking out a good bit, plus a wee bit on this one. We need to go ahead to get our fridge in a bit closer to the wall. And there's a few bumps on the ground which will need dug up before leveling out for the floor. So gonna get it all dug away, cleaned out, and then left to dry a bit because we want to get all the dirt and dust out of there before starting to put the mortar in. This doorway will be took away, and this way, so this one as well, new lintel in above it. That's why it's not finished yet, but we're going to get all the building work done first, in and around, and do them last. Same with there, both sides at the top need finished, but there will be a window going in. Finally got the top changed and the pipes out of the wall. Drainage pipe was in there, the other pipe was through that hole. The fittings were definitely on well, but it's all changed. Got our water working, connect our hose to it, and on the inside we've got our pipes out. So next stage, break away all the stones, get rid of this big boulder sticking out, and see how we go. what I've done with the big stones. Drilled a lot of holes down along. Some down the sides, this big one, some down the middles, and flat around the bottoms. Same with this part sticking out. So hopefully all I need to do is break the wee bits in between, which will use the drill again, but with the hammer action just. But very warm, so I have to let it cool down for a wee minute. Putting some concrete in. It's going to be quite thick underneath, so get it in now, give it plenty of time to dry before the floor goes on. there you have it, feels. It's nearly too peely out of this. Again, it's not meant to be completely level. Would help if it was, but it's more just the big holes that were in there. Fill them up and level it up a bit, because it was quite a dip here. So that will definitely help once we come to putting the tiles down on the floor, which is good. Big stone away. Fridge will be going, still need to tidy up a wee bit. The bits that we're going to see, just to make it look a bit nicer.
Today I am just going to try to remove the wire that surrounds the pond, and there's quite a lot of rubbish surrounding the pond as well, so I plan to just pick, rubbish collect and remove all the wire. Tangles of wire, and then eventually I should be able to get into the pond to start clearing out some of the overgrowth. Quite a lot of rubbish in the pond, which I'm going to clear out. Pipes, plastic, just bits of plastic really. At the moment I am just clearing behind this big metal shed that we are currently using to store wood, but we hope to turn into a more permanent shed eventually. It is backed up a lot with rubbish, and there is a lovely, really old fig tree here, but it is choked with brambles, like really choked. So I'm just pulling the brambles away, fighting with them a little bit because they go up pretty tall. Getting rid of the brambles and digging out rubbish, which there's quite a lot of as well. Also some rubble, frying pan and a welly boot. But hopefully, I've actually discovered that there's two fig trees. There's the old one and there's a younger sort of one just beside it. Just the one in front here. So I'm just going to free the trees a little, and hopefully that will help them a little bit next year. So many brambles though. Lots of mushrooms. Just looks the rubbish, it's horrible, but I have real visions for this place. I think it's going to be nice when we get it sorted. Okay, so I've cleared as much brambles from the two beautiful fig trees as I possibly can. I'm hoping the rest will die off because they've all been stripped from the roots. And when they do die off, I can hopefully march up and pull them out. The tree I will give a good prune as well once it's lost all its leaves and when I'm pruning the other trees. But for now, it's bramble free. The water mine is located just at the back end of the pond here, so we need to clear out the pond completely. A fair bit of work there, but it'll be a good size once we're finished. I have started clearing around the fig tree, has really helped, and I've also cleared a little bit around the wall there at the back, which will be the wall, the supporting wall for the pond. We have our quince or marmello tree just there on the left, but I'm really pleased with how it's looking at the moment. So whenever we get it all cleared up, I think it's going to look fantastic. Big project, but excited!
So just started doing the mortar, well not just, but started doing the mortar at this side. It's starting to look good, I think. Be nice once it's all dried out and paint it white. Match in with the top of the walls. Next I'm going to move on to this one, which I'll probably time lapse a bit for you. Because it will take a wee while doing it. Do this wall, wee bit between the doors, and then start the high part, which will make a big difference in here. Got it all cleaned out and all ready to go, and then round these parts freshly in. We'll try and clean up around the edges a bit once it's dry or drier. Now that I've got past the corner, we can actually pull this up in. It's just a lot easier to get it in without getting it everywhere. Just try and push it in as far as it can go. Fill up all the holes. It's almost dry. I'll be able to go over it and smooth it out a bit more, clean off the edges. See if we can push it in anymore as well. look pretty good. Have to smooth it out once it dries a bit. Clean off the lumps on the edges. Yeah, give it plenty of time to dry. And around these big ones to do next. Made it home with a good delivery in the boot. Just about made it up the other side of the mountain. Very low at the back, as you can see, from the wheel arches to the tyres. There's a lot of weight in there, but we got her up. Got all our tiles for our kitchen floor. Luckily they were able to just set it in with the forklift. If only we had a forklift here. Now just to bring it down and into the house.
So I think I have just found the biggest mushroom to ever exist. Definitely the biggest mushroom I've ever seen. Just here in the field. This big bad boy here. I think it'll fill me up if I have him for lunch, but see. Ugh. Bigger than my face. Mushroom! Mix he goes. Nice slime render. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you next week.